Ahead on DC News Now, tracking more rain and storms, meteorologist Damon Matson is breaking down the timing.
A teenager is dead after a shooting at a car meetup in Northern Virginia. The message police have for the community.
Maryland lawmakers meeting for a special session in Annapolis. We're breaking down the changes that could mean new congressional maps for Maryland.
And customers' quick action during a deadly shooting at an Idaho burger joint saved many lives. How police say that an armed bystander helped stop the attack.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall. Let's take a live look right outside at the Capitol complex. You can see that there's clouds in the region. Oh my goodness, and they're starting to get dark. Let's head over to meteorologist Damon Matson with the first look at the forecast. Damon, I hope I didn't misspeak.
You didn't, Mark. Isn't that a crazy contrast right there, though?
Yeah.
You got the blue skies on, I think that was the left side, and then
right.
You got the dark clouds on the right. So.
Are they moving in or are they heading out?
They're just kind of around. I wouldn't say we're going to see any heavy rain here in the district anytime soon, but we have had our fair share of it over the last couple of days, to say the least. Primarily yesterday, that's when some very heavy downpours, some thunderstorms did roll across the eastern half of the DMV. Now, there was quite the sharp cutoff. If you were west of I-81, you barely saw anything. Most of the rainfall did not approach the Allegheny front, but as you went to the east into D.C., right along I-95, that's where that heaviest rain did come down. We saw 2 to 3 inches in a few spots yesterday that prompted that flash flood warning around the district. Now, here today, we have had a little bit of activity, mostly south of D.C. Now, it was close. It made its way into Prince George's County, over into Alexandria, saw a heavy downpour as well. But this broken line of downpours is now on its way out to the south and east. We have a little bit of rain in St. Mary's and Calvert counties, and we have one heavier downpour that just missed Fredericksburg, drifting across Spotsylvania County. Once this is through, we're done with the rainfall for a little while. As we head into the night, things will clear up, and we'll notice as the temperatures drop, we actually, too, see a small drop in that humidity. But it does not last long. It's going to be almost a classic summer-like week in the DMV, folks. We have mugginess and we have daily rain chances on the way. Now, is tomorrow going to be one of the soggier days? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. A battle brewing in Annapolis. Maryland lawmakers coming together for a special session focused on congressional redistricting. Democrats are leading the charge to change the state's constitution, a charge that could eventually turn Maryland's entire 8-seat congressional delegation blue in 2028. It comes in response to redistricting efforts in red states across the country, looking to gain GOP seats in the House heading into the midterms. DC News Now's Randy Bass is outside the State House in Annapolis this afternoon with the latest. Randy, a lot of layers here. Break it down for us.
Yes, redistricting moves made here in the Maryland State House this week won't change the state's congressional maps for 2026, and it won't change any congressional maps right at all right away. This 3-day special session starting earlier today with Democrats hoping to change an amendment, hoping to make an amendment to the state's constitution in a way that if voters go for it, it would allow for lawmakers to change the congressional maps to be more favorable for Democrats before 2028. The amendment would change the court's ability and power to strike those maps down after they've been set. This move to change the court's power coming years after a judge struck down the last effort to make that Eastern Shore district more competitive for Democrats back in 2022, calling it a case of extreme partisan gerrymandering. Republicans in the General Assembly not happy about this move that could flip Maryland's sole Republican seat in Congress, currently held by Andy Harris, representing the state's Eastern Shore. GOP leaders in the State House say this move looks to take away the voice of more than 1 million registered Republicans statewide. Today, both Democrats and Republicans made their messages clear before that session got underway.
If the Trump administration or any future federal administration seeks to further erode the basic standards of democracy and ensures that Maryland is on equal setting as other states.
Because it's wrong. It's wrong where it occurs in any state. And we're willing to say it on the record. It's wrong when Republicans do it. It's wrong when Democrats do it. But Maryland, they do it real good. They've been gerrymandering the hell out of Republicans for decades. And we're tired of it.
And Democrats are up against a very fast ticking clock. There is an August 5th deadline for publishing proposed constitutional amendments and getting them on the ballot. This special session is nowhere close to over. Expected to go for at least another 2 days through Wednesday. In Annapolis, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
Randy, thank you. Prince George's County man has been sentenced for deadly carjacking nearly a decade after the crime. Prosecutors say 33-year-old Pharrell Williams will spend the rest of his life behind bars after being convicted in the 2017 murder of 27-year-old Wayne Pope. Investigators say that Williams shot Pope while trying to steal his car at an Exxon gas station in Silver Hill Road in Suitland. He was also convicted of armed robbery and firearms charges. And Montgomery County Police arrested 2 people after a pursuit involving a stolen car and an armed carjacking in D.C. And police spotted the SUV near Quince Orchard Road on Route 28 early this morning. But investigators say the driver refused to stop, leading to a brief chase. The pursuit ended when the car crashed. One suspect was taken to the hospital after being tased. Police recovered a gun at the scene. Well, a 16-year-old has died after being shot early Saturday morning in Woodbridge. Prince William County Police say that it happened at a large car meet in the 14100 block of Crossing Place. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg joined us live in Woodbridge. And Daniel, this isn't really the only car meet this weekend. What is the latest? What are you learning?
Well, Mark, that 16-year-old boy, we are told, died yesterday at the hospital, and today an autopsy confirmed the manner of his death was in fact homicide. Now, police were first called around 2 a.m. on Saturday to a hospital where he was taken, and when they got here to the scene, they found all of these tire marks on the ground. Police say he was shot in the upper body, and here at the Parkway Crossing East Shopping Center, officers found shell casings and evidence of a fight. You can still see these tire marks on the ground, both in the parking lot and behind the building where we are right now. Police say upwards of 100 people were at that car meet. Meanwhile, in Prince George's County, police say that someone started shooting at a car meet early Sunday in the 2300 block of Beaver Road in Landover. Police responded just before 4 a.m. to a hospital for a gunshot victim. Today, police say it turns out she wasn't shot but was injured running away from the shooting. This is the message from Prince William County Police.
We encourage parents to really get involved with their kids, figure out what they're doing, make sure that they're not attending some of these meets. Why this one particularly escalated the way that it did, that's what we're really trying to figure out.
Now, police believe that there were definitely people at this meet, maybe recording photos or videos. If you have any information on either of these shootings, you're asked to call your local police department. We're live in Woodbridge. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Daniel, thank you. Well, DC News Now continues to be your local election headquarters. Election day for the Virginia primaries is tomorrow. Now, these primaries will determine who appears on the ballot in the 2026 November general elections. Election officials expect turnout to be lower than a general election, but they say that the primary is still an important step ahead of November. Officials say that every polling location in Virginia will have a curbside voting available for voters who can't make it inside. Today on Sunrise on the Hill, the Director of Elections in Arlington County reminding people what they need before casting their ballots.
So the important thing to know about tomorrow's election is that it is a primary election. So you need to go vote at your regular neighborhood polling location that's been assigned to you by the Department of Elections. And when you go to vote, you need to remember to take some form of ID with you.
Polls will close at 7 tomorrow night. Officials say that most results will come in that night, but mail-in ballots can still arrive after Election Day. And DC News Now is your home for Virginia primary election coverage. Join us tomorrow night when the polls close at 7. And for the latest, you can head to our website, dcnewsnow.com. Well, in the district, Mayor Bowser is inviting the community to celebrate National Night Out tomorrow. Now, the event happens on the first Tuesday in August, and it brings together law enforcement and people who live in the community. They serve to promote police-community partnerships. Each police district will be holding one in the location in the city, and some begin at 4 p.m. while others begin at 5. For the full list, head to our website at dcnewsnow.com. Well, someone in Virginia is $2 million richer. The winning ticket is from Herndon, Virginia. Lucky resident that purchased the ticket online, Virginia Lottery says the ticket was originally worth $1 million, but because they spent an extra buck through the power play, it doubled. A ticket is only one to match the first 5 numbers in Saturday's drawing, and then one of only 6 nationwide. The good news is that no one won Powerball, and which is tonight, and that's an estimated $748 million. Congratulations to that Herndon resident.